Hey guys, hey, so today I'm coming to you with another Let Me Explain That, and I'm going to be talking about several different things, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is skin. So you find yourself with some floppy skin, huh? So you've had surgery, you're home, you're doing the things you're supposed to, and then you start seeing the weight loss and you're super excited about it, and then you start noticing that some of the skin isn't quite shrinking the way you were hoping, the way you had the image in your head of how this was going to go, like some of your other friends. So I think it's super important to let people know who are, number one, new in the journey, and number two, somebody who is thinking about getting surgery. You are going to have extra skin. You're going to have extra skin. Like, it's going to happen. Like, there is nothing that you can really do about having the extra skin unless peekaboo. See, he's listening. See? So, there's really nothing you can do about it except for surgery. So, if you are big, like I, where I was 500 plus pounds, and you think that you're going to get some kind of surgery and not need any kind of reconstructive surgery. That's what it's called. It's called reconstructive surgery for people like us. People who are a lot smaller than where I came from, people who started in their like twos, and that's plastic surgery in my humble opinion. So reconstructive surgery is what I had to have my panaculectomy moved. Yes, it was definitely moved from my body, but it was removed. It was 4 foot of skin, 21.6 pounds of skin to be exact, and it was flat. So I will put a picture of my skin at the very end of this. So if you're squeamish, because it's literally a big ass chunk of skin, and it's skin, so there's a little blood and you can see like some fat underneath it. So if you don't like that, then I would not watch to the very end of this. So I will also put my before and an after, a few pictures of my before and after stuff. I will also link in the little sidebar thing that pops up here, suggested videos, my panaculectomy, my skin surgery video, like right before all my skin, and then I'll link my panaculectomy and some of the other videos, because I can link up to 5 in this video depending how long I see. So I thought it was really important because somebody messaged me yesterday and they were all like, so if I get the sleeve, how long can I expect until my skin shrinks up? And I'm like, well, the funny thing is about that is that, there are certain things that you can do to try to combat all of that. Taking collagen. There's actually collagen for elasticity. You can actually take powder form and put it in your drinks. Drinking lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Your skin does better when you're fully hydrated. So you can do the collagen, and I'll warn you a few things as well. So you can go to the gym, which I highly suggest you do, no matter what. Okay, so we will also get into that as well. I highly suggest that you actually start at the gym as soon as possible. As soon as you're cleared to start working out, the better off you're going to be in the end. Because a lot of people think, God, I got hair in my mouth. A lot of people think that they can just sit home and, the weight's just going to slough off and nothing's going to happen. That's not exactly true. If you want better looking skin, if you want a better body, in my opinion, if you want to feel better about yourself, then toning up your specific areas is going to make you feel a lot better in the long run. These were actually much longer when I started in January, and these have definitely gotten thinner, and they've definitely shrunk, though it's never gonna shrink all the way up. Like I will never have that. Okay, so you have to be realistic with this. You can't go and expect, you know, your panis or your apron or the big slough of skin on your stomach. You can't expect to go to the gym and then it's just gonna magically shrink on up and then you don't need to do anything. Again, I will say it really depends on where you started. God, dogs. They're over there licking my feet. Look at that. Get out of here. So it really just depends on where you actually started. Now, a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, come to me and I see it in videos and I see it in their face and I see it when I talk to them, and you can just tell that they're unhappy with the amount of skin they're left with and how unhappy that they are with the fact that it's just not shrinking all the way up and gone. And they try wraps and they try, you know, different pills that magically make your breasts firmer, magically make your stomach, you know, thinner, and they expect these magical results. Magic. I would have little tinkles everywhere. Magic results. There is no magic result unless you go to a magic surgery doctor. Magic surgery doctor. Okay, so which is a plastic surgeon. My panaculectomy was done by my general surgeon because I am still fat, and my plastic surgeon here on base would not help me, and I understand their point of view, and I'm going to explain this to you really quickly because I'm going to get like 85. Well, how did you get? How did you get all of this stuff done? You know, and you've seen other people who've had multiple surgeries and they're still quite large, paid for, and, you know, how did this happen? So, for me, excuse me, I had a ridiculous amount of yeast growth, and yes, that's disgusting, yeast growth underneath my panis because there wasn't any air coming through and it was so much skin. So no matter how much I powdered it or, you know, I let it breathe, you know, I would lay down on the bed and I would just hold it up and it would be like this and it would hurt, and it would smell. So, you know, I'd been living with this since I was bigger. But as soon as I started, like, working out full time and, like, you know, constantly rubbing and getting all that together, lots of friction, my skin started to break down even more. So I was getting necrosis underneath my stomach. It's where the skin was just breaking down over and sorry about that. I had to take care of the animals really quickly. So the longer I left the skin on, and the more sick I was becoming. I was getting fevers, I was getting chills, like I felt horrible, like the smell was ungodly, and the pain. It burned and itched, and like it would be, like I would get panels of it underneath my stomach like this long. And so I will tell you a small tip of what helped me is peroxide. So what I would do is I would go to the bathroom and, you know, I would clean myself with peroxide. And like the day next or the day after that, usually it would clear up mostly. And I would just keep, every time it started getting slimy or sticky, I know this is not an awesome, you know, visual, but anytime it gets slimy or sticky, I would wash it really well, and then I would take peroxide to it. I would not use alcohol though. So that, coupled with the fact that I would have boils or pimples or I would have other issues with it, is why it had to come off. Like there was no other choice for me, because I was going to end up with cellulitis, or I was going to end up with some kind of horrible staph infection or MRSA, God forbid MRSA, and I would be in the hospital, because my surgeon understood that is something that was coming to an end for me. Like I didn't have much of a choice. It needed to come off because it was this thin and just so big, and it was just like a big hot flap of skin. Ew. So another tip for people who are starting to get infections in your folds and in your skin is Nystatin powder. Nystatin Powder and Cream work wonders. But if you don't have good insurance, they may not give it to you. It is like $700 a little tube. And I don't even know how much the powders are. Like, the powders come in like this, and I get like 10 of them at a time because, girl, I got too much for this. And that's the same thing I said to my surgeon when we started all this, is I was like, they gave me this. What do you want me to do with this? And he was like, oh, yeah. So I had to get many bottles at once. So they work wonders. Nystatin Powder, and I will just put the name of it down below in the little pants bar, because that's what my pants are. So that in itself will save you a lot of heartache and pain, is that you just need to keep your skin super clean. If you work out, you've got to wash yourself afterwards. You need to keep your meats dry. You guys know I call them meats. You got to keep it dry. You got to keep it dry all the time. You don't want anything growing in your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't want anything like gestating and growing in your growing in your parts. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to really, number one, keep it clean, keep it super dry. And if you do happen to get some kind of infection anywhere on your body, number one, you need to have it looked at so that they can put it down for your insurance. So if nothing else, take a picture and call your doctor's office and be like, I had another rash under here, I took a picture. And then date your pictures. That's what I did. So for like 2 months, I was talking to my surgeon back and forth, and I wasn't scheduled to go see him, but I was getting frequent skin irritations. So what I did is I made a collage of, like, it has the date that I had it in the area that I had it underneath my stomach, and when I went to go see him, I said, here, this is what I've been dealing with since the last time I've seen you. And that kind of put it in perspective for him. He obviously knew it was my skin because, it's my color, and, I have a little mole underneath my tummy, and so don't be searching the internet for like somebody's nasty skin and just be like, oh, it's mine. I don't think that's you. No, it's no. I don't know. So, I made him a disgusting collage. I'm like, filth, enjoy. And, it put it in perspective for him, and he was like, okay, let's get something done. I will take this off for you. And that was the day that I cried the hardest. I boo-hooed in his office. I boo-hooed at his office. I boo-hooed when I got home. I boo-hooed on everything when I was telling you guys. So that day changed my life. The day that he took off this effing skin absolutely changed my life, because I have been able to live so much better. I've been able to do so much more not having that weigh me down. Now, I still have skin concerns. I still have rashes in other areas, like my thigh meats and my wings of freedom, as I now call them. Wings of freedom. I still get irritations, and I still get a lot of pimples or boils or stuff like that, which is no bueno. Muy caca. In my certain parts. And it doesn't feel good. And I just have to combat it the best I can, because I can't get multiple surgeries. And my plastic surgeon won't touch me until I have lost all of my weight, or at least a good, 85-90% of it. So I have to live with what I got. And that's something that I needed to come on here and talk to you guys about, because you're going to have to live with having the skin, unless you're rich, girl, unless you got that money, girl. So if you are uncomfortable with having all of your fat, dissipate, and having all this lumpy, hangy, saggy skin, this is something you're going to have to live with. And if you're not willing to go to the gym, and you're not willing to save up the money for a plastic surgeon, and you're not willing to, do what it takes, even if it is a filth collage to give to your surgeon, if you're not willing to do those things, then you're not going to be very happy in the end. And I'm telling you that right now. Don't expect a miracle. Because if you're going to expect a miracle, you're going to be very disappointed. You're going to be very depressed afterwards. You're going to be, well, now I look ugly. Now I look disgusting. Now I look, horrible. When you were saying the same thing when you were fat. Oh God, my husband looks at me and I'm so jiggly and I'm so fat, and I'm so and then you lose the weight, And a lot of people are like, oh God, I can't stand to look at myself in the mirror with all this. And I'm like, why are you even worrying about this? Like, why does that even matter to you? Do you know the amount of health that you've had? Do you know the amount of things that you can do that you couldn't before? The fact that you're able to go and do, and then what you're really focusing on right now is the fact that you got some jiggly wiggly, like you got some wings of freedom, you got some meats. Like, my brain don't comprende. I don't get it. Like, in my head, I'm not doing, well, this is me. Okay, so I should probably say this right off the bat, because this is all me. I'm not doing this to be pretty. Like, I'm not doing my arms. I didn't get my stomach done. I literally got all this, like, get everything that I'm doing to have a healthier life. I want a healthier life. I want to be able to run. I want to be able to do a marathon. I want to be able to do, I want to be able to do Tough Mudder and stuff like that. That is my dream, my goals. And I can't achieve that with the extra fat on me. I can't achieve that until I've lost more weight. And I know that for me. I know that's this is where my path is leading me, because I have goals and I'm going to smash them. And it doesn't matter if I have a little extra jiggy. It doesn't matter to me, because from where I came from to where I am today is completely different. And it's amazing. And if I could just impart some of this on you guys today, if you could just see how wonderful your life is compared to where you came from, if you can just see that it's just cells, it's just skin, it's just a little bit of flap, that having the weight lifted off your heart and lungs, having the, more energy, the better your body is going to be. And yes, aesthetically, it might not be the best thing that you've ever seen. And aesthetically, you might be self-conscious, but people will love you for you. People will love you because of your confidence. People will see you like they do me when I go out of the house. And yes, I rarely ever wear anything, because it actually hurts to try to smush this in a lot of like tight shirts and stuff like that. So a lot of times when I go out of the house, I'm in a tank top, or I have some kind of cover. This is really the last thing that people see when they talk to me. Yes, my arms are huge. Yes, I have a lot of skin, but people don't see that anymore. People look at me now, and they look at me. They look at who I am, and they talk to me, and they're like, oh, they're not like, oh, God, look at her extra skin. Oh, God, it looks like she's got a lot of leg meats, or, she's got a big old stomach on the top, because my stomach is not proportionate to where they took off the stomach on the bottom, so I look pregnant. Like, a lot of times, like, I'll show you guys, like, so I'm wearing my compression pants right now, but, yeah, like, look. So if I'm just hanging out, like, if I'm not wearing pants that smush it, like, I look pregnant. And people don't know what's going on here. Like, they don't know that I had this removed. They have no clue. They talk to me, and it's not like they're like, oh God, her stomach looks unproportionate. Her stomach looks so gross. Her arms look so disgusting. People don't see that anymore. You know what they see? They see me at the gym. They see me working my ass off trying to get to my goals. That's what people see now, and that's what I want to be seen for. I want the stigma that I've lived with my entire life to be gone, and it's not going to be today, and it probably won't be tomorrow either, but I'm going to do the very best I can. So, guys, when you go out of the house and you're worried that people are staring at you because you got some extra skin, if you wear it with confidence, if you wear it with a smile, and you embrace who you are, and you walk out and you look like $1,000,000 nobody is going to look at you any different. Nobody is going to take that away from you. So strut your stuff, get dressed to the nines, feel good about yourself, and fuck anybody who would say or do anything differently to make you feel bad about yourself, because you've come a long damn way, or you will come a long damn way. You don't let people take that from you. So I really thought it would be good for me to come on here and give you guys some just what I did for mine, and hope that you guys took something away from this video. And if you like long-winded, ridiculously long-winded videos of somebody just sitting here yammering at you, then click the subscribe button down here somewhere. I never know which side I am. And I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I'm headed to the gym in a couple hours, and I also have a review to do. So I will talk to you very, very soon. Mwah! Bye.